get started with pranayama. So, sitting up nice and tall, hands resting on your lap or on your knees. Begin to inhale and exhale through your nose. Measure the length of your inhale. Pause at the top of your breath. And then exhale for equal length. Pausing at the bottom of your breath. Left hand down by your side. Reach for the ceiling with your right hand. Exhale, come over for a side bend. Inhale, coming back up. Change sides. Inhale, coming back up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Cobbler's pose. Bring your hands behind you, coming up on your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Flattening your hands out, coming into a gentle back bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, gentle forward fold. Inhale, coming back up. Simple cross-legged pose, sitting tall. Inhale. Exhale, take a twist over to your left. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, reverse your twist. Change the cross of your legs. Bring your left hand in behind your lower shoulder blades. Bring the other hand over the top, clasping your hands together. Release your hands. Change sides. Release your hands. Coming on to all fours for tabletop. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees about hips distance apart. Inhale. Releasing your spine in towards the mat, bringing your gaze forward. Cow. Exhale. Roll your spine up, pull up from the belly button. Tuck the tailbone under, press the palms into the mat. Cow. 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 And just continue moving with your own breath. Inhale, coming back to a neutral spine. Exhale, left shoulder to the left hip. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. And just continuing moving back and forth. Inhale, coming back to center. Take your left leg straight out behind you. Walk your right hand out in front, lift it up off the floor. Reaching your fingertips and toes away from each other. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, elbow alongside the body. Inhale and expand. Exhale, bring it in. Expand. And just continue with your own breath. Reaching, pause, release down. Change sides. Bring it in, expand, and just continue. Reaching and expanding, release down. Child's pose. fours, hands directly underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes under. Inhale, lifting your knees for a bent leg down dog. Very slowly begin to straighten your legs, coming to a full downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward. Feet about hips distance apart for ragdoll. Take opposite hand to the opposite elbow. Forward folding, draping your body from the hip crease. Straightening your legs as much as you can. Release your hands to the mat. Bring your feet together. Big toes touching. Very slowly rolling yourself up to Tadasana. Taking the shoulder shrug. Reaching for the ceiling with your right hand, left hand by your side. Exhale, come over for a side bend. Inhale, coming up. Change side. Inhale, coming up. Hands to your hip crease, stand tall. Inhale. Exhale. Roll forward with a flat back. Release your hands to the mat. Step back. With one foot followed by the other. A high plank. Release your knees to the mat. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Inhale. Use the back muscles only. As you inhale, scooping the chest up off the mat. Exhale, release down. Push to all fours. Down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, Supha. Hands through your heart center, bow forward. Stepping back into a high plank. Chaturanga Tadasana, low plank. Keep the elbows tight to the body, float for just a moment, then release all the way down. Inhale, use the arms this time to scoop through into a king cobra. Keeping soft elbows, lifting your chin. Release down. Push to all fours. Down dog. Bring your feet together, big toes touching. Inhale, lifting your left leg. Bend the knee, roll open to the side. Three-legged dog. Inhale, coming back to center. Release your foot down. Change sides. Coming back to center. Release your foot down. Down dog. Walk your feet forward. Standing forward fold. Inhale, swoop up. Hands through your heart center, bow forward. Hands to the mat, stepping back. High plank. Chaturanga Tandasana. Cobras, or if you want, up dog. Down dog. Walk your feet forward. Soup up. Hands to your heart center, pause. Interlace your fingers, press your palms away. Take the arms up and overhead. Feet about hips distance apart. Exhale, side bend to your left. Twist to your right. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale to the other side. And twist. Inhale, coming up. Feet together, hands to your heart center, bow forward. And see your mat. Now, step back with your left foot for warrior one. So that means we want our feet on two separate tracks, left to right, and a fairly narrow base front to back so that we keep our hips squared to the front of your mat, okay? Take the arms up and overhead, interlace the fingers, steeple the point fingers. Squeeze the biceps in as you pull them back towards the ears. Bring the front knee over the front ankle, pressing strongly into the back heel. Virabhadrasana 1. Humble warrior. Take the hands to the lower back, interlace the fingers there. Bring the tip of the upper body over the front leg, wrapping the arms up and overhead if you want. Humble warrior. Back to warrior one. Pyramid. Begin to straighten your front leg, keeping a soft knee. Release your hands to the front thigh. Revolve triangle. Left hand to the outside of your front ankle, right hand to the lower back. Hands to the other side of the front foot, step back, high plank. Now, sequence one. We're going to call this sequence one or sequence A. Let's call it sequence A. So high plank, low plank, cobras or up dog, you decide. To down dog. Looking in between your hands, step forward with your left foot, followed by your right. Inhale, swoop up. Hands to your heart center. That's sequence A. Now bow forward, hands to the mat. Step back with your right foot for warrior one on the other side. Humble warrior. Back to warrior one. Pyramid. up triangle. High plank. Sequence A. Bow forward. Hands to the mat. Stepping back greater than one leg's distance. Heels in one line. Bring the arms up to parallel. Gaze over the front middle finger. Bring your front knee over the front ankle, pulling the knee towards the baby toe. Front foot's at 12 o'clock. Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1. Side angle pose. Take the front arm to the front thigh. Top arm extends straight overhead. Half bind. Take the upper hand to the lower back. Gaze over the upper shoulder if your neck is healthy. Exalted warrior. Take the back hand, slide it down your thighs. You take the front arm up, press your palm away. So you're strongly pressing up and reaching down at the same time. Hands to the mat. Step back. High plank, sequence A. Down dog. Just continuing with sequence A. Don't mind me. Bow forward. Hands to the mat, step back. Warrior 2 on the other side. Side angle pose. Half bind. Exalted warrior. Hands to the mat, step back, high plank. Sequence A. Hands to your heart center, pause. So, tree. You can take your left foot to your inner right ankle, to your calf, or to your thigh. You decide. Just no pressure on the standing knee. Hands to Anjali Mudra. Now take them up. Hands both shoulders distance apart. Roll your wrists one way. Roll on the other. Pause and flick your fingers 3 times. Bring your hands back together. Anjali Mudra. Release down. Change sides. wide like tree branches. Palms face up, forearms facing up. Bring your hands back together to your heart center. Release your foot down. And bow forward. Hands to the mat. Stepping back with your left foot about one leg's distance, heels in one line. For triangle, bring the arms up to parallel. Straighten the front leg, keeping a soft knee. Front foot's at 12 o'clock. Now begin to shift your weight forward and come down. Trikonasana. If your neck is healthy, I want you to gaze at the upper hand. Spreading your fingers wide. Inhale, bringing yourself up. Take your back hand, sliding it down your thighs. You scoop the front arm for crescent moon. Standing crescent moon. Pulling the elbow in. Top elbow in. Just so it doesn't move out to the side, that's all. Inhale, coming up. Turn your feet so they're parallel to the short edges of your mat. Hands to the hip crease, stand tall. Inhale. Exhale. Roll forward with a flat back. Till you reach halfway, then release your hands to the mat. Turn your fingers so they point in towards the body, wrists point away, gazing in between your arms for a standing wide-legged forward fold with a carpal tunnel stretch. Softening your knees. Inhale, bring yourself up. Turn your feet to the corners of your mat. Arms up, leg hole post, pulling back on the elbows. Sinking into your seat. In for goddess pose. Now, inhale, lifting your right heel. Release, left heel. Release, back to your right. Release, left. Release, sinking any amount lower. Inhale, lifting both heels at the same time. Shalyasana. Release your heels down. Straightening your legs, straightening the arms. 5-pointed star. Pull back on the hands, opening yourself right up. Hands down. Turn to face forward, hands to your mat, step back, high plank, sequence 8. Hands to your heart center, hands to the mat, step back. Triangle on the other side. Crescent moon. Come back up, turning your feet parallel to the short edges. Hands to your hip crease, standing tall, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the mat. This time your wrists are touching. Fingertips pointed away from each other, gazing in between your arms. in a standing three-legged tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. Take the right hand to the lower back, gazing over your right hip. Inhale, coming back to center. Focus your gaze behind you. Exhale, over to the other side, gazing over your left hip. Inhale, coming back to center. Refocusing your gaze before you exhale back to the right, and just continue flowing back and forth with your own breath. Inhale, coming back to center. Softening your knees, bringing yourself up. Turn your feet to the corners of your mat. Arms up like goalposts. Pull back on the elbows, sinking into your seat. Release your hands to your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, right shoulder, left knee. Inhale up. Exhale. Over to the right. Inhale, coming back up. And just flowing back and forth with your own breath. Coming back to center. Straightening the legs, bringing the arms up. Five-pointed star. Radiating out in all directions. Out through the fingers, out through the toes, out through the eyes, out through the hips, you name it, out. Radiating out, your positive energy out. Opening yourself up for fresh. Release the arms down, hands to the mat. Step back, high plank. Sequence A. Into the heart center pause. Eagle. So, take the arms wide. Left arm underneath the right. Wrap the arms together. Twist your hands to lock everything up. Lift the elbows towards the shoulders. Press your palms gently away. Softening your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Cross or wrap the left leg over the right. Release your foot down. Change sides. Release your foot down. Unwind the arms. Take them up and overhead. Hands to your heart center. Bow forward. Hands to the mat. Now, stepping back with your left foot popping up on the ball of your foot. Coming up for a high lunge. Hands to Anjali Mudra. Take the arms up and overhead. Allow the hands to come about shoulders distance apart. Horse. Hands to your heart center. Tip forward. Twist. Left elbow to the right knee. Back to center. Into horse. Hands to the mat. Step back, high plank. Side plank to the left, so you're going to roll open, taking the right arm up. You can release the bottom knee to the mat if you need to. If your neck is healthy, gaze at the upper hand. High plank, Chaturanga Tandasana, push back up, side plank to the other side. High plank, Chaturanga Tandasana, sequence 8. Bow forward, hands to the mat. High lunge on the other side. Horse. Hands to your heart center. Tip forward, twist. Back to center. Horse. Hands to the mat. High plank. Sequence 8. Hands to your heart center, pause. So, dancer. Take your right arm up, grab a hold of your left foot, begin to reach forward, and kick back. Graceful, powerful, reaching, kicking. Inhale, coming up. Change sides. Inhale, coming up. Release your foot down. Arms up and overhead to your heart center. Pause. Take your feet out. Maybe a bit wider than hips distance apart. Feet turned out slightly like a duck. We're going to squat. So I want you to sink straight down the center line of your body, keeping your heels connected to the mat throughout the movement. Just like that. And once you're all the way down, pressing the elbows into the knees, just so they don't collapse inwards. Hands to the mat, step back, high plank. Release your knees to the mat, lowering yourself all the way down. Bending the knees. Grab a hold of the tops of your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, kicking strongly into your hands. Lifting your thighs up off the mat for a bow. Some intense breathing here. A little higher with the legs if you can. Exhale, release down. Hands to either side of your chest. Baby or king cobra? You decide. Release down. Push to all fours. And down dog. Release your knees to the mat. Camel. So coming up on your knees, toes tucked under like this, or flattening your feet out. Hands come to the imaginary jean pockets, leaning back, leaning back. Then release your hands to your heels, ankles, or floor. Do not drop your head back. Full camel. Lifting the chest up, pulling the shoulders back. Inhale, coming up. Back to down dog. Release your knees to the mat. Bring your legs out in front. Take your left leg out at a 45-degree angle. Tuck your right foot into your thigh. Inhale, sitting nice and tall. Turn face the leg. Exhale. Gentle seated single leg forward fold. Your foot's active, so your toes are pointing towards the ceiling. You don't want to feel any pinching of the lower back. You just want to feel engagement along the back side of the leg here. Coming up. Change sides. Coming up. Bringing your legs together. Lowering yourself down onto your back. Bringing your soles of your feet in as close to your seat as possible, arms by your side. Inhale, lifting your hips up, clasping your hands together. Roll to one side to tuck the shoulder, roll to the other side to tuck the other shoulder. Lifting the hips even higher, lengthen the knees away from the body. Modified bridge. Lifting as high as you can. Release your hands, lowering all the way back down. Untucking your shoulders. Lift your hips, shift your weight over to the left. Right leg runs along the mat. Left foot to the right thigh, right hand to the left knee. Bring the knee across your body. The hand is there only for weight. Don't press down with it. Extend the left arm out to your side. If your neck is healthy, gaze over your hand. yourself. Hugging your right knee into the chest, left leg runs along the mat. Release. Change sides. Release. Hugging both knees in together. Elbows tight to the body, pressing your tailbone down. Soles of the feet to the mat, a little wider than hips distance apart. Let the knees fall in towards each other. Hands come to your tummy. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow the knees to fall open, hands come to your chest. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bringing your knees together. Lengthen your legs along the mat. Arms down by your side, palms face up. Savasana. Bringing your feet in. Roll to one side or the other. Use the arms to help push yourself up. Simple cross-legged pose. Bring your hands up. Then to Anjali Mudra. We're going to finish with one big inhale and exhale, followed by 3 ohms. So begin. Inhale. good practice.